Yes, we're looking forward to great challenges. One there at Ole Miss, and excited about having an opportunity to be back at home against a team that's playing very well in Vanderbilt back here on Saturday. And obviously, preparation, Henderson returning for Ole Miss will certainly present a great challenge for us. The great player he is, and but we look forward to that challenge there, Ole Miss, on Wednesday night.
Okay, our first question is from Randy Rosetta of the New Orleans Times-Picayune.
Hey, Johnny, good morning.
Hi, Randy.
A couple different questions. First, you touched on Marshall Henderson. How difficult is it for you guys to prepare for them? Basically, you can't look at the last two games because he hasn't been there. How do you prepare for him, knowing what he can bring to them without seeing him the last two games?
Well, it's tough preparation because it's hard to simulate really what he's capable of doing out there on the floor. He's really quick in catching, shooting, and raising up and making difficult shots and making plays. And so it's tape that you have to just go back and probably know that he's going to be screened for. I mean, you have to prepare getting off screens and trying to make sure that you're there on the catch with him. But it's one of those games that you know you're going to be in a battle all night long, and you're just hopeful, knowing that he's going to score, that you can just try and make sure that you can contest and contain him most of the night.
And along those lines, what do you think you guys have to get better at defensively, especially against the dribble drive? It seemed like Thornwell hurt you on that quite a bit the other day for South Carolina.
He did, and to his credit, a very good basketball player, and we've got to do a much better job of just containing the basketball. He was able to get some angles on us and had some reverse dribbles and getting in the middle of the lane, and we're trying to stay down and still on the post guys to not give them easy opportunities at the basket with offensive rebounding opportunities, but lost containment sometime with the assigned guard that was guarding him. And that's an area that we have to constantly try to improve in terms of moving our feet and trying to keep guys centered.
Next question is from Hugh Kellenberger of the Jackson Clarion Ledger.
Hey, Johnny, how are you doing?
Hey, Hugh.
I was wondering, what do you think of Johnny O'Brien's play for you this year? And I guess just what has his maturation been like since you got to LSU?
We think Johnny's made some real positive strides for us. He really finished the year strong last year for us, had a tremendous summer. And Johnny's a part of everyone's scouting report now. And a lot of times teams that we're playing, their defense has been designed to try and take Johnny away from us. And when that has happened, he's made the right decisions in terms of making extra passes and plays. And when he's had the ability to be in one-on-one situations there in the post, he's played well and shot a high percentage for us. And it's just a matter of getting that balance for him. And but he's been terrific for us.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Next up is Neil McCready of Rivals.com.
Good morning, Johnny. Hugh just basically asked the main part of my question, but I'll follow up a little bit. How do you sense that when he goes back to Mississippi, whether it's to Ole Miss or Mississippi State, that these games are more special to him than maybe some of the others?
I'd have to think that's kind of really a normal reaction for most young men because you have an opportunity to have family and friends most of the time there in attendance. You're playing one of the state schools where you've grown up, and you want to make sure that you have a great showing there. And I think it's no different, and I'm sure a lot of pro athletes or whatever feel that same way. So I think you have that little added weight, but we try to make sure that they concentrate and focus in terms of playing between those lines once we throw that ball up. It's not where you're playing, but how you're executing and what the impact that you're able to make for your team.
Ole Miss obviously last year had Holloway and Buckner down low. They've struggled this year with productivity in the post. What have you seen of their big guys in terms of their development?
Well, I mean, they're really good, and they're able to play off of those guards. Their guards are extremely quick. They play really well, and I think their post guys have an opportunity to benefit because of that, because of the help that you have to try to give to the other perimeter guys. You allow those guys to get free, and they've done an excellent job of getting to the offensive glass and making plays around the rim.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question is from Matthew Harris of The Advocate.
Morning, Johnny. How are you?
Hey, Matt.
I was just going to ask, obviously, Jarrell moved to the bench this weekend. Just sort of what sort of flexibility, if that's where he stays optimally, what sort of flexibility does that give you with the front court now, with him maybe coming in at the 4 spot and being able to kind of provide what he gave you this weekend?
I think the beauty of our basketball team, and it's early on, especially conference play, is the versatility of our team. I think we've got about 8 or 9 guys that we've been playing consistent minutes, and I think we just have to make sure that, be it scout and report oriented or opponent that we're playing, what's the best group that we feel that could possibly maybe get us off to the best start that we need in those games. Jarrell has the ability to play inside and out, which is certainly a great benefit for us. We have the ability to move him around. We were just very fortunate the other night with him playing inside. Was possibly the best move for us on that evening.
Do you think, I mean, obviously it's still early to evaluate kind of the results there, but do you think for, the next couple of games that might be an avenue you guys follow, is keeping him kind of in that role to see if he can string together some continuity? I know that's sort of been the issue for him, is putting together, some consistency over the course of this year. Do you feel like right now this is a spot maybe where he should stay to see what kind of comes of it?
No, I think it's just one, again, I think he's shown what he's capable of doing as a starter. He's had some positive games there as well, and we're fortunate when he came off the bench the other night. He went inside and out, knocked down 2 threes, I think, or at least knocked down a 3 for us, and at the same time got to the rim and took 8 foul shots. So we're able to move Jarrell around, and we won't, really put him or us in a position. I think we'll be more scout report oriented with him, and he's shown that he's capable of playing in both spots.